And yeah, but it's really, really, really an absolute reality, an absolute fact that Allah really, really does test those that He loves. Like, because what you get from tests, yeah, is just, it's incredible. Like, I've been waiting to do a video on this, but I haven't got round to it yet. But I'll talk to you about it. I would still do the video probably. I'll talk to you about it. The idea and the title behind the short reminder was going to be Hidden Treasures. And in tests and trials, in darkness, there are treasures that exist there and they don't exist anywhere else. Like, they don't exist in light. You just can't find them. They're just not created in that environment. They only exist in trials and in hardships. And if you adopt a mindset of strength and reliance on Allah, you will find things in that cave that when you come out of it, and eventually every person will come out of it. No trial lasts forever. But you will come out of that cave richer than when you came in, happier than when you came in. And you'll even look back in that cave from the light, looking back into it, being like, I miss some of my times in there. But if you were to explain to someone what you was going through, they would be like, what? How? Or you would even say to them, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the opportunity to not have been lost in that cave, in that darkness for as long as I was, I would rather stay in there. I'd rather have allowed that to take place. Because the personal development, the moments you have with Allah, the reality of the matter is that tests push you to a level that comfort doesn't. It's as simple as that. And that's what I went through when it came to, obviously my divorce after like a 6.5 year marriage, or 7-year marriage. I'm a very family orientated person. But I was saying to my companions the other day, and I have to keep it real, like, if Allah came to me and said, Jibril, like, this such and such affliction is going to take place. If you want, I'll prevent it from you, and you keep everything. I'd say no. Let the affliction take place, and let everything go as it's supposed to have gone. Because the personal development that I got from it, in terms of understanding, in terms of patience, in terms of character, I would hate to go back to who I was. And the thing is, I felt like I was fine as well. That's the thing about the heart, is that if you don't check your heart, you really can lose yourself. Like, you can become hard, like your heart becomes hard. You don't listen to reminders just because you know you're not going to cry at it. And it actually disturbs you that you can't even cry to reminders. You can't read the Quran. You can't do this. You can't do that. You become a short-tempered individual. But because you're praying, you think, I'm all good. Sometimes I was speaking to my brother when I left basketball the other night, and he was saying, the prayer sometimes, because he was talking about himself, he said that the prayer sometimes is like a dangerous disguise. It's like you think because you're praying 5 times a day, even at their fixed prescribed times, that I'm good. But in reality, you're not good at all. And you're not getting anything from your salah. You're literally not getting anything from it. The sweetness of the salah is at the end of it. Maybe when you're doing your final tashahhud or something. Do you know what I mean? So it's like Sheikh Abu Ubaid says, is that, do you know who Sheikh Abu Ubaid is? You need to get to know, bro. I'm telling you now, special individual, very special individual. You know the counselling projects that I set up? Yeah. We'll talk about that, I guess, at a point. Yeah. I think he very much inspired me to do that. Okay. Alhamdulillah. And that's been going really well, by the way. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. I want to get into that. Yeah, it's been going really well. We'll get into that, inshallah. Special individual. And anyway, he said that Iman is futile, because no doubt you pray from Iman. You pray at its fixed times because of Iman. But Iman is futile, pointless, non-beneficial if you don't have a bond with Allah. It's true. So there's a difference between praying, fasting and covering and having a bond with Allah. Some people cover with no bond with Allah. Some people fast with no bond with Allah. Some people pray and do all 3 without any real bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you don't benefit from any of the things that you're doing, really, in terms of as an individual developing.